Hello, doctor.
Hi, Omkar. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good, doctor. How are you?
I'm great.
Super. So let's get started. Very warm welcome to the Lifestyle Podcast, doctor. And
Thank you.
I'm very happy to connect with you. In fact, the moment you joined, there is so much energy that is coming here. That's absolutely great.
Amazing. I'm happy too as well.
Yeah, great. I actually wanted to start with the first question, which is when did you wake up today in the morning?
Okay. So my daily routine is to wake up at 4 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So you wake up at 4 a.m. And
Yes.
I mean, if you look at a typical story that you see in anyone's, life, what happens is we plan in the night to wake up. That okay, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. We even go through the reading these books like 5 a.m. club, And when the alarm starts ringing, actually at night only it starts that we put 10 different alarms 5 a.m 5:05 5:10 5:15 and then the alarm keeps on ringing and we keep on hitting the snooze button.
Right.
We actually end up waking up like at 6:30 7 o'clock. So
Mm-hmm.
what's your take on this this habit that goes on?
Yes. So since the lockdown started, I have been pivotal in my life and in everybody's life to help them be a part of Magnificent Morning. So I have been conducting my programs at 5 a.m. live. Okay, so I have two meditations. One is at 5 a.m. Another session is at 5:30 a.m., which goes till 6:30 a.m. easily. Okay, now in these sessions, I tell the same thing which you asked me, that how should I be consistent with my waking up, the desire and the goal. How should I be firm on that, and how my willpower should help me, that I have to wake up in the first alarm itself, and gradually it should be such that I don't even need an alarm, to wake up, right? So here's the thing that I have done with myself, and it completely works. When I'm going to sleep in the nighttime, which is between 9:45 to 10 p.m. max, okay, that is my cutoff time. I don't take the pressure of waking up. I'm supposed to sleep, so being in the moment is the main key here.
Hmm.
Okay. If I go with the stress, oh my God, I have to wake up early, I have to take a session for so many people, I hope that they also wake up. So, what am I doing? I'm not being in the moment. I'm not having any kind of power to take care of my present tense. Okay. I'm more concerned about what will happen in the future. And
Right.
that is going to give me a lot of anxiety. And this anxiety will not give me a quality sleep. My hours of deep sleep will be lesser. My REM, that is rapid eye movement, will be a lot more than it should be lesser
Hmm.
comparatively. So ultimately, my body is so tired that even after I have slept for say 6 to 7 hours, like if I'm sleeping by 10, if I'm supposed to wake up at 4, I have got 7 hours of sleep technically if I calculate the hours, right?
Right.
Still, I don't have any energy to wake up at 4 a.m.
Okay.
So the quality of my sleep has deteriorated to a great extent because I'm taking the pressure of waking up early.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
And then this shows, right? I mean, when we wake up, if we have some pressure, and if you wake up with pressure, you suddenly wake up with a lot of stress. And then in the afternoon or something, I mean, during the day, you don't really feel fresh or completely okay. That happens a lot.
it is natural. Of course, it is natural
Hmm.
because I'm confused. What should I prefer? Should I prefer my sleep or should I prefer my alertness and awareness?
Okay. Okay. And that's so great because sleep is a very important pillar in lifestyle. Even when we get members, we see that they are following their nutrition, they're following their exercises every single day. Everything is going 100% consistently. But then when they look at the results are very slow.
Yes,
And usually they like sleep 4 5 hours in the night and don't wake up early. Also, a lot of people use a lot of phone, which has become a very normal thing now, where everyone uses the phone at night just before sleeping, maybe Netflix or Instagram. So,
yes.
what's your take on that?
Okay, this is a part of our culture mindset, This is coming from there. So the root cause, I'll take you through to the root cause why we don't value our sleep. So since the childhood, I have been listening, and I'm sure you will also relate and connect here. The dialogue has been "Jo soya wo khoya."
Right. Yeah.
I've been listening to this dialogue a lot of times, a number of times, and as if sleeping is a crime, or if I will sleep, I will miss out on something great, something fun, something special. So, since I'm convinced already that if I sleep, I will lose something, even if my body is expecting me to sleep, my mind doesn't allow me to sleep.
Okay.
Until and unless my eyes are like super burning, I'm completely exhausted, and I just, like I somehow manage to go off.
Right.
Yeah, so it is not healthy at all, because I am stretching myself a lot. I'm taking a lot of pain, giving a lot of pain to myself. I'm suffering from inside, and this has direct impact on my health, physical health, mental health, emotional health, because I'm not in the right frame of mind to decide, to take action, to talk properly.
That's true.
The exertion is so high.
Yes.
So, as a result, I want to have something which will give me a quick fix, like a quick fix happiness. So, I'll have coffee, it begins from there. I'll
Yeah.
have, uh, I'll have some junk food because my mind is craving for that.
Mm.
And I want some junk from the screen as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct.
Because people cannot give me junk, right? I mean, I can get offended by one person once in a day. I cannot have repeated offense from the same person again and again. But if I'm having a healthy mind, I'll focus more about meditation, I'll focus on productivity, I'll focus on my priorities.
Wow. That's great.
Right?
And like I'd heard somewhere that if you want to wake up early, you need to start by waking up early. Which means if you want to wake up at 5 a.m., sacrifice your sleep for a couple of days and just put 10 different alarms, but wake up at 5 a.m. And then you will see that after 2 or 3 days, your body will get adjusted to that clock. So, what's your take on that? Should we go with that approach, or is there any other approach?
It's a bluff. I can easily say that.
Hmm.
Why I'm saying it's a bluff, I mean, I have done this exercise with more than 70,000 people myself.
Wow.
And what we do in our workshop is we have to wake up daily to attend a session for 1 hour for 5 days.
Hmm.
Now, what are we doing in this workshop is we are learning tips and techniques, how and what exactly we are doing during the day. See, this moment is very important during the day
Okay.
and my night routine.
Hmm.
Then waking up early will be taken care easily. It becomes super easy.
Hmm.
During the day, if I am not able to get up from the chair or get up from my place and move around after every 45 minutes or 1 hour, if I'm stuck to one place, so what happens, my body, the blood circulation becomes such, it makes me more heavier,
Hmm.
it makes me more frozen, and then what happens, the laziness kicks in.
Hmm.
Now, to make a partition from this laziness and expecting myself to wake up early is not going to work. I
Okay.
need to be very active during the day.
Hmm.
Then only I can actively wake up in the morning.
Okay. Wow. That's great. And
Yeah.
then after some days, it happens like what you're saying, where you absolutely do not require an alarm clock, where it's just like lights on.
Yes, yes. And it's like I have surrendered my body and I have put faith in myself. So it is a mindset thing. If so some people say, oh, I just can't wake up early. Can you help me in waking up early? I said, no, I cannot, because you're already convinced
Hmm.
that you cannot wake up early. Now I cannot convince you.
Hmm.
Being a coach, I'm into a business of conviction, not convincing.
Correct. Correct.
Sales people will convince you. I cannot. I'm into conviction. You're talking a different person altogether. But if you have a desire to
Hmm.
wake up early, I can help you, to make it more stronger.
Okay.
Right? So, first of all, desire should be there. I mean, I don't talk to people who say, oh, come on, waking up early, having the quality time in Brahm Muhurt and all this doesn't make sense. I'm already rich. I'm already happy in my life. You're not making any sense to them. And to them, I have like double the thumbs up.
Yeah.
We don't have to break their conviction if they are already happy doing what they want. We need to talk to those people who have somewhere have this self-realization they are missing out on something which is called as self-love.
Right.
So when people say, what if my social life is gone, if I have to sleep by 9:45, or or I have to sleep by 10 p.m. Now I won't be there to wish happy birthday at 12 midnight.
Yeah. Social commitments.
Exactly, a big FOMO is there. So what to do with that? Should I just start saying no to my friends? I said, it's a choice. Once in a while, here and there, you can understand. But daily, if I'm disappointing my sleep, daily, if I'm not able to surrender, that time is for me to rest. If I'm not able to accept this, how will my body accept that now it's time for me to be energized? Because I have to wrap up my work by 6 p.m., max to max 7 p.m., I have to be very productive during the day.
Right. That's true.
Otherwise, I have taken my time for granted. I'm like, I know right now I'm watching Facebook, I'm scrolling Instagram, I'm checking what's happening on WhatsApp, checking other groups, checking other people's stories and status.
Right.
Right? So what am I doing? I'm not making the most of my daytime, and then I can easily stretch work till 1 a.m., send that send that email to boss at 1:30 a.m. and show how good I am, how much dedicated and sincere I am, and deserve that salary hike. So it's a very well created and curated ecosystem,
Right.
which everybody has given in.
Yeah.
And the ecosystem is huge. Like to begin with, if you see, so in our country, two things are done like really well. One is cricket, another is Bollywood. Right now Bollywood is off, we have got OTT channels.
Correct.
Right now, in any kind of content which are coming on these channels or in the Bollywood movies, none of the songs are celebrating life in the early morning setup.
Yeah. That's so true.
Or
चार बज गए पर पार्टी अभी
बाकी है. Exactly. Okay, so everybody is willing to enjoy life in the disc in the night kind of setup. So subconsciously I have accepted life can be enjoyed only in the night time.
Oh, that's interesting. Because when we used to think about waking up in the morning, we almost start thinking about that. Yes, you have to be a very highly productive individual, but then yes, you will have to sacrifice going out with people. You'll have to sacrifice all the fun which comes in life.
Exactly.
That is the feeling. That's true. That's the thought.
Right. So now this is a mindset which has been curated in the part of our ecosystem. We are hooked to that kind of ideology.
Correct.
So this ideology is there that if you want to make them have fun in life, you can have it only in the night time. Now, apparently, in order to have fun in life, I need money.
Yeah.
Right? The money ecosystem is such. The money ecosystem is such that I know that boss is promising me a salary hike because I'll work late night.
Yeah.
Okay, and so is my whole team is also doing it in the same fashion.
Yeah.
Right? So now that I have earned this hard-earned money by working late night, how will I believe that this money was for me myself? वो फीलिंग आनी चाहिए ना कि अरे पैसा मैंने खुद के जीवन के लिए भी कमाया है, तो उस पैसे को खर्च करना पड़ेगा. अब मॉर्निंग टाइम में तो आप खर्च नहीं कर सकते, यू कैन स्पेंड दैट मनी अर्ली मॉर्निंग. So you have to have a late night setup.
Right.
And now the late night setup is in the bar and party. So again, again the idea of enjoying life has been calcified, like it has been cemented again. Yeah. So now when I'm convinced that I want to spend my money in the night time, or if suppose if I don't go out, I need to spend it somewhere. And that expenditure is going on my subscription with my Netflix. I mean, itna leke rakha hai subscription, so I should validate it.
True.
So I'll watch it in the night time.
True.
Early morning to koi dekhega nahi.
Yeah, and that's very interesting, doctor, because so I've been waking up at 5 a.m. Since quite some time.
Yes.
Because my work starts at 6 a.m. So I wake up at 5 a.m. and I do my meditation and stuff in the morning. What I've realized is there were days when the work which I had, which was personal training, was, I mean, my members were not available on some days. But I still woke up at 5 a.m. regularly. It's very difficult to do something maybe unproductive or even entertaining, like watching Netflix or something like that at 5 a.m. I don't know what is that magical time, but you always tend to do some productive things between that time at 5 a.m. So
Right.
is there any science? Because I've tried a lot that you just can't plug on a movie and watch it. You don't feel like it.
Right.
But I do feel like doing that. So any science attached to that time?
Definitely, there is a science behind this, and I'm happy that you're asking this question. So, why we should wake up early in the morning and why we get productive in the early morning is because we are the part of Maslow's need hierarchy theory.
Okay.
You remember that pyramid?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, according to Maslow's need hierarchy theory, the self enlightenment is at the top.
Correct.
And our core desire to practice this self enlightenment or alignment will be between 4 a.m. to 5:30 a.m.
Okay.
At this point of time only.
Okay.
Okay, now what happens after this hour? After this hour, we want more love and belongingness. So if I'm waking up between 6 and 8 a.m., I will try to connect with my people. I'll try to say hello and hi to people. Yeah, I will try to get ready for the day. So right after my self-love, what am I practicing? Love for others. Between 6 to 8 a.m., I cannot think of myself. It comes naturally to me. I want to like connect with people or want to have a hello, hi, what's happening with your life. I feel like talking to them, reaching out to them. So in a nutshell, in a very small example, I'm sharing with you here that I am willing to practice self-love at the top. But suppose if I erase that pyramid, I don't have that timeline only in my routine. So what have I become? I have become a person who is all about others, materials, and deadline. And when this pattern goes on for a long term, and it never gives me a happiness, that is where I realize what is wrong here.
Wow.
Because it is evident I forgot to meet one of my top needs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So this is the thing, our topmost need is practicing self-love. Topmost requirement is like it is there inbuilt within us. जब तक हम इसको इग्नोर करेंगे तब तक हम खुश नहीं रहेंगे. We are just putting up a like a image. Oh, I'm happy.
Yeah, and they say if you are not happy yourself, then keeping others happy becomes very difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, then I am just trying to be a people pleaser, and it's a well-known theory. I cannot make everybody happy around me.
Wow, that's interesting. Very interesting. Great, super. And so, doctor, one more question which I had when it comes about self consciousness or how we think about ourselves. So this is a very, very, very common thing nowadays that whenever people go to a gym, for example, or when they're trying to do anything for themselves, be it meditation or be it shopping for themselves or even be it going for an exercise session, people are extremely connected to their bodies.
Yes.
And they are very, very conscious about their bodies. But many times I see that they start hating their bodies. In fact, the many times we get a call where the person says, I want to lose 20 kilos. Yeah. And then the question that I ask is, okay, why do you want to lose 20 kilos? and then the reason is either something external, bhai ki shadi hai, or something external, or then the reason is filled with a lot of hatred. That I'm sick and tired of this body and I hate it so much. Whenever I wear a t-shirt, my paunch comes out. Whenever I go for shopping, nothing fits me, etc. So, what's your take on this whole, self-judging or self-consciousness?
So this is between the energy which is driven here. Okay, our upper body and lower body. So upper body means the body part above our waist, and the lower body is body part below our waist. Okay, now the body which is above the waist is all about show. Now body which is below the waist is not something where we focus a lot. So we are not very much concerned what is happening below the waist. Okay, to explain the same thing in a simple way, when I go to a shop, like a garment shop, okay, a store where I can buy some clothes. If I go to a Zara shop, for example, और मुझे एक shirt or dress try करनी है, yeah, and it's not fitting me, I look for another size, or I get a feeling कि Baba, I need to reduce my size. Yeah. Okay, but when I go to a shoe shop to buy my shoes, and if I don't get my right fit, I don't start reducing the size of my foot.
Wow, yeah, correct.
I find another pair which is fitting me right. Or else I settle for the next best alternative happily. Yeah. So what exactly is happening here? Because the upper body is more about showing, creating an image, okay, being in my best avatar. So more focus is I should be losing weight because I'm looking fat or I'm looking chubby. Okay, but at the same time, when I realize I'll have to run, yeah, I'll have to do a lot of push-ups.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, all these exercises. Now my legs are going to get tired very fast because I didn't even consider that I'll have to make the most of my legs to do squats, to do burpee.
Correct.
So then when I start going in the gym, I leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, soon after.
Wow, very interesting. And strength is actually ground up. So the stronger the legs you have, the stronger the foundation of the body, the upper body can also exert that much force. And people usually, even in the whole bodybuilding fraternity, we see a lot that people only focus on biceps, triceps in the gym. I actually enjoy training my legs on a Monday because Monday everyone comes with a lot of motivation कि आज तो बस biceps, triceps या abs ही करने हैं. And the squat rack is always empty. So it's a lot of fun training legs on a Monday. कोई आता ही नहीं है squat rack की.
Right. Exactly. So it's about perception. People have perceived their look on the upper body, not on the lower body. Because सारा mental काम इधर हो रहा है, हम हाथों से काम कर रहे हैं लैपटॉप पे, पैरों से तो हम कुछ काम कर ही नहीं रहे हैं. Yeah. So that's the reason.
Oh, that's great. And doctor, what about your fitness routine? If you could share a couple of things on what you do for your exercise regimen.
Yes, so my Surya Namaskar is like, a certain exercise which I have to do it daily, and doing my workout on staircases. So I try not to visit gym. I'm not a gym person, so I try to have more of my running staircases. Mainly, I focus on my posture of the body because maximum of my work is while sitting. So taking care of my back is the main concern. Yeah, so my workout regime will include Surya Namaskar. It is a must to have a staircases. Like I can climb up to from 0 to 19 floors easily. Wow. Yeah, so that has been my core strength. And the plank is one of my favorite exercise. Burpee is very tiring.
Right.
And I enjoy a lot when my personal trainer is coming and coaching me.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a very good exercise routine because personally I know it myself, being a coach, being accountable to self is not so easy.
Correct.
Your mind may tell me अरे छोड़ो ना अभी कल कर लेना, but if I have my personal trainer right in front of me, I feel so accountable, like यार एक तो पैसे भी दिए, वो सोचेगी क्या कैसी है ये खुद भी कोच है और consistent नहीं है.
That's so true.
So it makes me feel conscious, and I like that fact. At least it will make me do at least 20 minutes. And the fact that the coaches, like trainers, are so encouraging, supporting. ठीक है आप कर लो 20 minutes कर लो 30 minutes कर लो. And then I realized when I start doing it, I'm enjoying it. So it was just a patch of feeling where I was like नहीं हो सकता. And then a shift happens the moment I start doing my physical workout. I see a shift is happening.
Right. Right.
Yes.
And even performance wise, I mean, if we are doing it alone, we might do 10 repetitions, 10 Surya Namaskar.
Yeah.
The coach might look at you, might sense how you're doing it, and then add a couple of more.
Yes, they cheat a lot.
Motivation even during the set, that's also very important.
Yes, I've seen my trainer cheating a lot in counting.
That's that comes as a behavioral trait in all trainers.
Yeah, seriously.
Like the seconds get slow, the repetitions are missed. That's very much needed for this career.
Seriously, I've seen that, experienced it.
One more thing that we see a lot is after exercise, after doing anything, physically, any exercise, there is a big impact on the mind.
Mhm.
So, could you throw some light on that?
Yes, it does have a lot of impact because that's how the information circulation starts working properly. So we just don't think through our, head. We have head brain, heart brain, and gut brain.
Yeah.
Okay, so we think from our guts also, where our intuitions are, very powerful and they are giving us a message. Then we also have our heart brain, where we start feeling emotions, we become sensitive to other people's thinking as well. So that also gives us some kind of information. And then we have head brain. That is a very abstract thinking, only goes by the data and information. Okay. So to give you an example, when I'm having a stomach ache, so my gut feeling will tell me there's something wrong, you have eaten, or you must have not eaten on time. So the intuition will tell me what went wrong. My heart brain, okay, will tell me feeling sorry. I feel my mood is down. Now I won't dance when I'm having a stomach ache, right? I'll feel sad, I'll feel upset.
Yeah.
Then my head brain will immediately give me information, take a medicine. Yeah. Or go to a doctor. So working out helps me to connect with all these three brains properly. The neurons start functioning better, and the highest result is my gut feeling, which is the gut brain starts functioning more well because my core muscles become super strong. So even if suppose I have a project or I have a sales pitch, which I may feel nahi ho paega, I'm nervous, butterflies are coming, I don't know if it will happen or not. So many competitors are there. I don't know how it will work out. But because I'm constantly doing my crunches, my push-ups and all, every time my gut feeling will give me a feeling, hoga. Correct. You can do it. You can do it. You have to do it. Achievement. Exactly. And it gives me a lot of courage. It really multiplies my courage, my energy, and a sincere dedication, will arise that I really want to achieve this. Nice. So it helps me come to the result a more closer than I was otherwise. Like, before exercise, after exercise. You can test it out with anybody, like, anybody you can ask this. And
we've seen this, people who are very low when it came to self-confidence. Very, very low confidence. But after, training for a couple of months, the posture in which they started walking changed. Everything changed. Their confidence entirely, and not just about physical tasks, not just confidence of lifting a bag or lifting something heavy, but confidence generally in life, how they speak to people, how they perform in their work, how they do their meetings. It started having an impact on that as well. I always knew that exercise has an impact, but this explanation that links this concept of gut brain is very, very interesting.
Yes,
And
they
we do
can.
a lot of things with intuition, right? I mean, gut, as we say.
Exactly, yes. So they start believing in themselves,
Hmm.
and they start perceiving danger or happiness in advance.
Hmm.
Their self-esteem is, getting higher, higher, higher. They get better with their decision-making skills. They take correct decisions. They know at what point of time, with whom I have to use which kind of language, how to speak. It like changes them. It completes transformation. Yeah.
And so with exercise also, I mean, exercising as we do it for the body. Uh, what's your take on meditation? Because I'm a practitioner of meditation. I do meditate every single day. One thing which had happened where I had started meditating is that when I just started meditation, when I did it for the first time, I still remember I did it for around 10 minutes. And when I got up, I was sweating, completely filled with anxiety.
Yeah.
Because when I just sat, closing my eyes, there were so many ideas which came, and there were so many things which I remembered. ये काम में करना है, वो करना है, I have to do this, that. And by the 10th minute, I was like awake and I started running behind the daily course of life.
Right.
So what's your take on that?
Oh, so you are the pro. Yeah, you have experience there. See, meditation is not about competing with self, which normally people do
Hmm.
when they start or when they are new to meditation. Like they want to be a person who is not thinking anything. They start competing with themselves, and that's where they lose it.
Hmm.
Because in meditation, I am not expected to focus on something or one thing. I'm supposed to go with the flow. I should be able to surrender. Sleeping is also one of the type of meditation. So meditation is not just one type, it is of multiple ways. Just looking at tree or watching birds flying without any thoughts is also meditation. So I can do meditation with open eyes also at any point of time.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I have to go with the flow, I will not have any kind of regret for not being in the moment.
Hmm.
Suppose if I'm following a guided meditation and I missed out few words because my mind got carried away to some other idea. The moment I realized that I went away, that moment itself I have to again catch hold of the words which I'm supposed to follow
Hmm.
without any regret, without any guilt.
Right.
So that's how I will get better, 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 better. And still there will be some days where I may not have a very good surrendering attitude. I may be stressed out. So it's okay. Ultimately, why am I meditating? To relax.
Yeah.
But if I'm getting stressed during meditation, that means I'm not doing it correctly.
Hmm.
I'm trying to control myself in the meditation, and that's what is incorrect. I need to surrender.
Hmm.
Yeah.
True. And I think this is where guided meditation helps, or a coach or a guide helps a lot.
Yeah.
I had one more question for you. Do you think a person should continue guided meditation for life, or should there be a transition from guided to unguided?
Guided meditations are good to start with. Visualization meditations are even better
Hmm.
if they can do a meditation in their own voice.
Hmm.
Say by recording their own voice and then playing it in the phone, for example.
Hmm.
That will be a lot better. In
Okay.
fact, this they should do in the night time before sleeping.
Okay.
But they need a proper script, of course.
Hmm.
Okay. So I do train people, I give them a proper script and I tell them, now record this whole thing in your phone in your own voice. Because my voice is the best voice for me to train my subconscious mind with
Right.
whichever objective I want to achieve. So imagine if I just sleep while listening to my own voice, my subconscious mind is listening to it.
Okay.
Consciously I'm sleeping, subconscious mind is still active.
Right.
So that really helps me to reprogram my subconscious mind.
Wow.
So the best voice is my own voice.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So just if someone says that I can't leave the phone at night, we can actually tell them, okay, just don't watch Netflix, but instead listen to your own voice.
Yeah, binge watch your own concept.
Yeah.
You know, uh, I always have this question to people who are on Netflix, Amazon Prime, Z5. I say, people whom you watch on these channels, they must have done a lot of hard work to come on the screen, right? And they say, yeah, it's not easy to have a series of my own or act in a movie. It requires a lot of hard work, right? So they said, yes, yes, that's true, doctor. I said, okay, now just tell me another answer. If you are losing your sleep to watch other people's hard work, when will you have time to show your hard work to the world?
Yeah.
Because then I'm tired. I didn't have sleep, right?
That's so true. Very, very enlightening actually. To understand it from this perspective. Amazing.
Yes. So it's important to be a person of our own choices, and that's how we are meant. Like, whatever we choose, we become that person.
Right. Right. Amazing. And I mean, I would really like to ask you this, like on the personal level, if there has been a transformation in your life where maybe your life was not a life filled with meditation and low stress and this entire positivity, and now it has turned like this, or was this always a part of your life?
No, there were some downside in my life as well, where I used to be super stressed about my business. And I had completely forgotten that, yes, I had forgotten myself. I was like, yeah, I'm just meant here to take care of my family, take care of my business. That's it. Take care of people in my team. That's it. Like, that's my job, only for others. And though that particular time frame, I realized how much depressive it became eventually, because I became a part of a machine like mindset and machine like routine, and I was not happy. Yes, of course, my pictures were happy looking, the smiling face is there, but the true happiness wasn't there. And it hit me hard when I felt tired, when I was just like, I was hardly 29, 30, and I used to be super tired.
Okay.
As if बहुत पहाड़ तोड़ा है.
Yeah.
After coming back home, I'm just dumping myself in sofa and I'm like, अब कुछ नहीं हो सकता मेरे से. And this is only 7 p.m., 8 p.m.
Okay.
It's not even late night, and so much of tiredness. So something with my routine was off, and I had to take care of it. I remember then me buying a Fitbit watch. At that time, it was newly launched, and going to Decathlon and buying some gym equipments like gym clothes. And I started, and then I never looked back.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And on your personal journey, as in when it comes to your career, uh, I saw that you're a graduate from IIT Bombay, right? So how has that been, and how did you come in this field of mental health, or even this whole field of the cognitive world?
Yes. So connecting with people has always been my first go-to work. Like, I really enjoy working with people, and I see a lot of scope which is there for me to add value in people's life, especially when I'm living and working in India. I mean, I can easily go abroad and work for those people who are in abroad, who are settled in abroad. But in India, I see very few people who are authentically doing the work. Half of the coaching industry is filled with salesmen and saleswomen. There is no authenticity or deep coaching which is happening to deal with people's mindset. Other remaining, the receiver's side, people think it is a taboo. Mental health can only be considered when you are feeling, you're always crying, or you're depressed, or you are faking it till you're making it. So now, in this kind of environment, the reason why I chose to become a life coach, because I also know the 10% of the population of this country itself, 10% of the population does demand to have deep coaching for themselves. They do understand the quality of accountability, the importance of being consistent, and they do want to have a bright side of success and failure both. They are not afraid of failing, and they are not afraid of learning from these failures. Then they can succeed. So if I can be a part of this, 10% population who is working for this, then I think I'm not working more, but I'm working in an efficient way.
Mm. Mm.
Again, conviction and not convincing.
Right, right. Very interesting, Doctor. And like one last question I had for you was actually about the frame that is there behind you.
Yes.
Very interesting. So could you tell me why is that over there and what's
Yeah.
the use of
So
that?
I am a certified pranic healer,
Hmm.
and this frame is about a healing angel.
Hmm.
So this picture is about healing angels. So I keep this picture, and I like having this picture. It's like by default, angels are going to heal people's pain, as it is. People suffer so much so by keeping things within.
Hmm.
So this helps them to at least come out and share
Hmm.
and be open and be okay with vulnerability. No need to fake it.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. And like one message if you would like to share with everyone who's watching, uh, what would that be?
Have courage
Hmm.
to achieve what they want to achieve, and have the mindset which is going to make them feel uncomfortable. If I'm looking out to grow, but I want to stay in the bed, not any millionaire, like I'm a millionaire person by myself. If I'll add husband's money, I'll become more rich. But I've never become, but I was not a millionaire till I was sleeping in my bed. So being in my bed was is a reference to, like, always trying to delay things to take actions, and that is very comforting but not result oriented.